Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Alright, already shuffled. Let's just put it... That's like your long-term goal? Okay, that's good. Let's just... High Priestess. Yeah. I could have swore I saw that already at the bottom of the deck. Oh, it's the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I was like... So you got good cards coming in here, clearly. High Priestess, Queen of Cups. Don't get caught up in the gender. But what I'm getting here is a lot of... Feels like caring for somebody. My first thought is caring for somebody, looking out for somebody. Not in the sense of like you have to do everything, you know, this living somebody else's life. Hopefully that's not happening. But, you know, you're caring for somebody. You're looking out for them, making sure they're on path. If something seems a little off, you kind of check in, you kind of help a little. That's kind of what I'm feeling starting off right off the bat. And I'm getting, when you come into this situation, like there's love that's been well established. I'm biting my tongue here. Why am I biting my tongue? Alright, because it's a general read. Alright, but still. This person means a lot to you, because the Lover's card is there. I still feel for the most of you, it's a love that's well established. Like, this person has meant something to you for the longest time. It doesn't have to be romantic just because it's the Lover's card. Sometimes it's like a family feel, but it's like someone that you've taken care of before or has taken care of you in the past. Sometimes it's like that. But the thing is, something's changing here. And this is more of the past influence, and you're trying to hold things together. You're trying to be okay with the way things are. But it's kind of like one of those things you're looking at it, like I help out once in a while. And I don't want to step across the line because you're feeling like you're questioning, like I love them and I want to help them. But if I do too much, it's like the more I do, the less they do. And it's becoming a bad pattern. I don't know how to explain this. It's almost like when you take somebody to the grocery store, right? And then you end up walking through and doing a lot of the shopping for them. And before you know it, you're just going to do the shopping for them, and you're just getting their list and going to get what they want and bringing it back. They don't need that level of help, but you keep offering it, and they start liking it and getting used to it. It's one less thing they do, and it's not really a good thing. Like, it may be more convenient, but it's not good because it seems to be pulling them away from really living life. It's not good. And I feel you with the Four of Swords trying to resist that. Take it with a grain of salt. This is a general read because whoever you're helping, it's kind of like you're questioning, like, am I helping too much? I love helping them. I don't mind helping them, but am I helping them to the point where I'm just enabling? I'm not really helping them. I'm just helping them avoid life, which is in all not really helping people. You know what I mean? You help somebody avoid life, that's not really helping somebody. I don't know if that makes sense. And this person trusts you. Whoever this is, trusts you wholeheartedly. For some of you, this is a work thing where you're actually picking up the slack for this person, and they like it. They feel much more comfortable. The longer you do it, the more they realize, the more they feel that that's just your thing. Like it's not even theirs anymore. Like it's yours, and it's one less thing they have to worry about. I don't feel like this is good. Because I'm feeling like you're very helpful, very loving, very giving. But I'm seeing the High Priestess with the path kind of like you're getting yourself involved in something that you might actually end up taking over. This is where it's starting. And I feel like you know it getting into it, and you know what happens. You get the Ace of Pentacles in the future with the self-love, and the self-love is the question, like, you're taking this on. You're taking on a responsibility for somebody. But the question is, are you taking it on because you feel you need to for them? Or you're just not comfortable telling them they need to do it themselves? Like the self-love. Are you strong enough to say, hey, you know what? You can do your own grocery shopping. I don't mind dropping you off to do it. But I shouldn't be doing your grocery shopping for you. That's not right. Like, I have other things I'd like to do too. I'd have things in life, like maybe I'd like to watch a movie instead of doing your grocery shopping. Not for nothing. And I do a lot of other things in life. It's not a bad thing for me to want to sit down once a week and watch a movie. But you know, telling this person, hey, you know, helping you out once in a while because you need it, but just taking on a responsibility that you should be doing for yourself, that's not good. And I feel like this is a type of thing. Like, the self-love is saying, are you telling this person, hey, you know, you could do that yourself. I think it's time you did. Or are you more thinking, well, I don't want to upset the thing. I can technically do it. It's kind of like you feel guilty. Like, well, it's not that big a deal. I could just go do it. I could just go do it. It's not worth causing a fight over. I could just do it. That's the self-worth. Like, are you just playing it down, kind of like, instead of causing a little ripple about it, you're just like, well, I'll just do it. It's not that big a deal. When in truth, you should be pushing it back, saying, listen, when it seemed more necessary, like maybe it was icy out when you were doing this, when it was icy out and stuff and you were afraid to go out, I didn't mind doing this because I knew how scary that was. But it's nice out now. There's no reason you shouldn't be out here doing this yourself. I feel like there's a responsibility you're taking over for somebody. That's the short. I think you're taking over responsibility for somebody that you really shouldn't. And they're very happy that you are. They got the 10 of Cups. Like, they're more than happy to let you have this responsibility. I just don't think you should really own it. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. And I don't think you're really doing this person a favor because it's kind of like that grocery shopping feel, which is just an analogy, but it's basically, this is something they should be doing in their life. They should be living it and doing it themselves. If you want to drop them off so they can do it, that's one thing, but you should not be living their life for them. And, like, if they can do it and they're not doing other things, like, they should be doing it. I don't know if that's coming off right. Because when I'm visualizing this, I'm seeing somebody who doesn't go out much, who isn't out living life very often, and this is just another way that they're hiding away from life. And it's not good. It's not good, is what I'm getting. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Like, when you take up this mantle, well, there you go. You're owning it. And you're accepting it. I still don't feel like this is the right thing to do. It seems like this, for those of you this is hitting with, and I can connect with this, it's just like, it's the easier thing to do. It's just kind of like, it's not a lot of skin off your back, but it's really not the best thing for this other person. It's not the best thing for this other person is what I keep getting. Because this is going to go on for a period of time. And the question is, how long before things change? Because what I get here is that, okay, so this is the fallout from this. If this is hitting with you, and you end up picking up somebody else's responsibility and they like it, and you literally, like, the Queen of Pentacles is like, you're in it for the long haul. It will go on for a good amount of time. This is Pentacle energy you got coming in here. But what's going to degrade over time is you're going to not want to be around this person. Like, it's one of those things where you might have originally, you know, helped them with groceries and stayed afterwards, helped them, maybe put them away and visited for a while. It's going to get to the point where you just, like, text me the list, and then you put it on their step and drive away. And you're like, it's on your front step. Like, it's to that point where you just don't even want to look at them. That's where it will develop to. Because it's going to become one of those one extra thing that you have to do that you don't have time for down the road. And you're like, you're going to be texting them after you drive away. Like, I left your stuff, you know, in the mudroom. I have to go. I have things to do. Because part of you just can't stand seeing them because you're just like, you feel like you're living their life for them. It's going to progress to there. Because where you got this going is beauty with the Five of Pentacles. It's kind of like, you're feeling like you're doing the right thing, but you don't really want to be a part of this anymore. You're feeling like you're kind of being taken advantage of. You don't want to connect with this person anymore. It doesn't feel right. You're having uneasy feelings. Not feelings of, like, argument. Not like you want to argue with this person, but you're just kind of like, you're starting to get this weird feeling like every time you see them, you have to do something for them. And you're just like, the less I see them, the better, because I have enough going on in my life. I don't need one more problem. And that's where it will develop to. It doesn't start off that way. That's the thing. It doesn't start off that way. That's where it develops to. And what I get is, like, at some point this person will take the stuff back, because what I'm getting is problems happen because of this. It's kind of like they start to not get what they really want. It doesn't come when they want it to. They're realizing that this is a problem. Down the road, they realize, because you don't want to see them anymore. I don't feel like you're trying to be that way. It's just like your natural reaction. Like, I just can't today. I just can't talk to this person today. That's where it ends up. I just can't look at them today. I just can't today. Which I think most Pisces will connect with that the way I do. It's kind of like you can love somebody and care about them, But just once in a while, you're just like, I just can't look at them today. I think people who connect with this know what I'm saying with that. It's just you still like them. You're just like, I just can't look at them today. I just can't, because they're gonna feel like they're on the outs, and they'll take back their responsibility, but they'll tell you they need to take it back. Like instead of you saying, I need you to take this back, I feel like they'll take it back, but I also feel like there's gonna be an emotional distance here from it. When they do take it back, you got the Knight of Pentacles, you're happy that they did, but I also see you kind of dejected from them and happy to be so. Like, I don't see you connecting with this person as much. I feel like this is going to damage this relationship. Even though it's the Knight of Pentacles, it's kind of like the relief, like you gave back somebody else's job, like you gave them back their job. And now because you don't want them giving it back to you again later, that feeling of just like, I can't see them right now. I just can't. I don't want to talk to them right now. I just don't. I want to stay away from them right now. That lingers. And you feel better staying away from this person. I feel like for a lot of people, this creeps up on them. They don't expect it. They don't see it coming. And then after a while, it's just like they realize they're doing that. They're like, I haven't seen so-and-so in a long time. I like them, but I don't want to go see them because I'm like, what do they need me to do for them now? It's one of those feelings. So to get around this, the whole purpose of this reading is what I'm getting from it anyway. When you see this happening, ironically, this is one of the few things I've done well in my life. I don't know why. Don't know why. But when somebody wants you to do something for them, help them. Like, I can think of a situation where somebody needed me to help them with their finances, and I did. I made sure that things were balanced. I made sure things were up to date, but I would be a spot checker. If they could write things, I had them write things. If they physically couldn't write things, I would do it, and then I would kind of like, well, let's try today and see what you can write. And like, well, my hand hurts. All right, well, I'll do it for you today. And then, but every time it's like, let's see how far we can go. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't do it for them, but I would be the checkup. And if they had some problems, I'd be like, well, this doesn't look right to me, and this is why. Or, I'd help during that day if they couldn't get through it, but I wouldn't take it over. And eventually they took it back. So it's one of those things where you have to keep them, like I'll do this for you today, but you got to make a point of that. I did that too at the time. Like, for example, if you're going to do the grocery thing, I'll do the groceries for you today because it's icy, and you make a big thing of it. And then the next time, just go forward like you assume. Like, I'll pick you up so you can get your groceries this time. Like, you don't want to set it up where you'll just do it for them. Like, I think that's a big heart Pisces thing. It might be a big heart water sign thing, just to be fair. Like, you just want to care for somebody and you just want to do it for them. But I feel like in this situation, that's not good. Help them and say, I'll do this for you this time, but then from here on out, but I will also every time after this make sure you can stand on your own, and I'll help you when you can't. But when you can stand on your own, you need to stand on your own. You need to remind them they need to stand on their own when they can. You're there to help them, guide them, assist them, but don't do it for them. Are we good? Like, don't do it for them. I think you know what I mean. Like, don't take over the whole thing. If you take this over, it's going to damage this relationship is what I'm getting. That's the whole point. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like a reading, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.